just parking at my house in Red Yard and walking in.
Yeah. Yeah. We were warned there was going to be 80 plus.
Yeah.
But.
Well. All right. We good to go?
You're good to go.
We're rolling? All right. Thank you, Brittany and Lacey, so much for meeting with us. We're just trying to get stuff figured out as we move forward and see where we want to go with this. So, what are we thinking here?
All right.
As I say, this is really for the clerk and recorder. We're just here to make sure that, as HR, we know.
Yep.
Right. So anything that says provided to the county commissioners will just go to my office.
Okay. Sorry. I thought we were. I apologize. Like I said earlier, the issue going on with trial right now. I thought we were just talking about you not posting it. I didn't realize we were going to go through all of these things.
Sorry.
Again.
No.
Okay.
because Perry wanted to do claims because he seen that Commissioner Williams was handling them.
Okay.
But I wanted to make it very clear that my office is going to take over all of those duties. I've already started to give them out.
Okay.
And just for your information, Lexus, I went over and touched base with the senior center. I'll be down there as much as I can to make sure nothing falls through the cracks on that.
Okay.
We want to keep that program going as best as possible without too much disruption.
Let's finish this and then can we come back to that
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
end of
Yes,
this and
ma'am.
you and I, we can chat about
Yes, ma'am.
all of that.
So that's anything you guys have against that or?
So you don't have to do your own claims, basically clerk and recorder's office will do that. Is that acceptable to you
I'm all
all?
for that because I am horrible at claims. I'll just put that out there.
I just want to make sure you're sharing this responsibility with your deputies, correct?
Yes, yep.
So it's not all on one person?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
So my finance deputy will take over the claims.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So where it says physical bills will be placed on the corner of a desk in the main commissioner office,
Can we just give it to?
where do you want claims to now be? Do you want them just to go into your mailbox? Do you want, I know you guys do mail too, so that's why I'm like, I just want to make sure we
Maybe
all
I'll just, I'm supposed to be getting organizers, so for like commissioner stuff versus clerk and recorder stuff, so we'll get it organized out and figured out. So they can still come into this office where I will be.
Should we have a designated area for you? Would that help simplify things and make it easier for you?
No, I have like a filing thing coming today that's being dropped off.
Okay, it's going to be dropped off today. Okay, just as long as we know.
And then I will make one for claims, sign, things like that. I have it planned in my head. So
there's in other words, there's a
the
file organizer
system
that will be coming.
Yeah.
One of them will send claims, so those claims can just be put into that claim.
yeah, so if you guys happen to be the ones to check the mail, I'll just throw it in the claims.
Okay, so if we get bills or anything.
Yep, I have a filing system that I will have
Okay.
for claims.
Okay.
So, and it will be on one of the things in there, so.
Okay, so do you think that'll work all right? Or on our working session, should we put a thing on there for commissioner claims?
There is one, so we can use it.
Okay, utilize that, so that way we can go through that on a weekly basis to make sure everything is getting done.
Yep.
Inspect what you expect kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so my finance deputy will probably come in and say, yes, these claims are completed, or no, I haven't done them yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So does that make sense? I know it doesn't exist yet because there's no desk in there, which means there's no organizer, but you guys are okay with organizer. If you see a claim, just put it in that organizer.
Correct. Yep, we're good with that.
The calendar, so
Which
it just says the commissioner calendar, so you're gonna handle that still?
Yep.
The 24-hour notice prior to the 48 hours, so essentially a 72-hour notice.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, is that okay with you guys? Has that been working? Does it need to be?
I think that we need to think about maybe moving our working session, because when you guys want stuff on the calendar for Thursday and say we have to move it to Tuesday and say it's urgent, by the time we're out of that meeting, it's too late.
Correct.
So.
Do we need to move it up in time? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Just because like I was running into stuff where like if Monday is a holiday, and we have our working session on Tuesday, but say I need a resolution passed by a certain day,
Yeah,
then it gets kicked out for another week. So I think the 2 o'clock and 2 o'clock is really hard. It's not all the time, but
okay,
it makes it a little bit more difficult if you guys want stuff or
Correct.
anything like that
understandable.
on the calendar.
Yeah.
For it to be at 2. So I don't know why we did it at 2, but I think it might need to be changed. The working session might need to be adjusted a little bit.
Okay,
I don't know how you feel about that, but
I'm fine with that.
it just is, sometimes it comes up or things get moved, and Perry last week was like, can you add that? And it's like, no, you're 20 minutes past your,
Correct.
yeah.
Morning.
I think mornings would work, because
Do you have an issue with that being moved? So I know you don't attend every single one of them.
I'd say Monday are always district court docket days, so it just
Yeah.
depends on if I have something in district court, and that's not gonna change whether it's at
Yeah.
9 AM or 10 AM or 2 PM, like
But
that calendar.
The reason, yeah, because it just makes it a little bit harder for, like, especially if we have a super long working session, then you're struggling.
That's entirely up to you guys. I'm not gonna,
Okay.
timing, aside from that Thursday afternoon, when you guys wanted to move it to Wednesday, and I was like, please don't move things to Wednesday afternoons.
right,
Because then I know, but Mondays are always gonna be hit and miss for me, so.
understandable. I'm okay with moving that working session to Monday mornings, just because it will allow us to give us extra time
Correct.
if we need to get it in there.
Yes.
Because the way it works out now with the working session being at 2 o'clock, and if we have a 72-hour deadline, at least that'll give us a couple more hours of buffer.
So are we thinking about 10?
Yeah, let's roll 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Do you guys have any
Try it.
other meetings that you typically, like, are any of your monthly meetings or weekly meetings with elected officials set Mondays?
No,
No.
not in the
Okay.
morning.
That'll give us plenty of time to discuss stuff.
It
Yeah,
gives you time to talk about stuff, and then if stuff comes out randomly throughout the day or on
Yes.
Tuesday morning.
it does give us that 72-hour deadline
Yes.
by, I mean, if something's gonna go on that week, it better be in by noon
Yeah.
type thing, so.
Yeah.
And when are you wanting to start this? So that way we can make sure the public knows, because it is gonna be a big shift.
Probably the 1st of September.
You wanna go with that?
Yeah, if you want to give, the 31st of August is the first working session.
Okay, so we'll continue with the next 3 weeks on,
Yeah, so August 31st, is that okay?
So just to play devil's advocate here, and I know we want to do this sooner, probably rather than later, but just remember, if you do it the 24th, or sorry, you do it the 31st, your next Monday is a holiday,
perfect.
and
So-
then the 4th, so I mean, it would just be like, we change the time, then we have a week break, and now we're back to that change in time. I don't know that it matters, or would it be better just to start it
On the 14th.
on the 14th of September? I don't know, just something to think
You're
about.
right.
The 14th, probably.
Yeah,
And then that way, if anybody has issue with it, they can come in and say, hey,
yeah,
I've been coming to these meetings for 15 years.
They have not existed for 15
Yeah,
years.
they've not existed that long.
But I guess
I feel you. Yeah, let's have a rollout date of the 14th.
okay, 14.
And then, for example, if you wanted on the 8th, because I'm assuming you're gonna move your working session to the 8th,
I'm guessing so.
Yeah,
then you could do that one at 10, just so people get used to it.
Right.
Because it's already an oddity. And then the following week, it's that 10 AM time too, so.
Yeah.
Because then that still gives me time to put stuff on the calendar. So that's the problem is right
Yeah.
there, is that day is a holiday and then Tuesday, but then you guys want stuff. 90% of the time when we're in our working session is when the calendar starts to fill up for Thursday,
yeah,
because things come up during the week, so,
correct.
at 10 AM.
And this gives, again, a month for people to get used to this idea to change calendars if they
Mm-hmm,
want to make sure they have room to attend.
Mm-hmm.
yep,
Okay.
okay.
That was the only thing I see an issue with. Especially if I'm gone, so like, one of my deputies are.
I guess I would be interested in, and I don't know if the commission wants to take this on, if it needs to be something very explicit, but that commissioners will be required to share their calendars with
Yes.
the clerk of the board. I know you two do.
Yep.
Obviously, we're gonna have a new third commissioner, but it might be a good policy to put in place
Yes.
now. So
I
that
agree.
it's just clear, like, this is required.
Yeah.
And there's no wiggle room. So I don't know how you guys want to do that, if it needs to be,
A written policy.
yeah, if it just needs to be a written policy, if it needs to be a resolution, I don't know how you want to house it, where you want to house it. But I do think that's something you might want to consider.
Please.
Yeah. No, I think
Because it
that's
makes
good,
it very hard, and you guys don't have to schedule your guys' meetings, like, if, like, I know Perry does it, he puts, like, busy, for, like, meetings, don't do that, because then I'm confused if you're gone, or if it's busy for, you're in that meeting, so.
I try to say out of office. if
Okay,
I'm gonna be
okay.
Traveling with somebody, like I was out on the levy inspection,
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
perfect.
And
But,
if I have like opiate abatement, or if I have my
Yeah.
community service commission or something like that, or Center for Mental or
Yeah,
Rivers
because-
Whole Health.
trying to schedule around three people's schedule gets difficult when I can't see all calendars. And then we were gonna make one email.
Yeah, we discussed the possibility of having just a centralized commissioner email. A lot of other counties do that, where like commissioners@hillcountymp.gov. So that way.
Is that what you want it to be, commissioners?
Yeah, commissioners@hillcountymp.gov. That way, if there is a general question that the public has, they're not having to search for all three of our emails, because we've seen that in the past where, oh, well, because mine doesn't have an initial. So people send it to Jay Strissel at Hill County when it's just Strissel, and they're like, oh, well, I got the other two, but I didn't get, Jake didn't get it, type of thing. So if we have a generalized email for our commission, I think that'll be good.
Just then, so everybody's informed, and it's easy to swap somebody out versus trying to forward emails, I think.
Correct.
So the 3 commissioners and the clerk of board will be on that chain. Oh, well, you guys probably don't want all my emails.
Not really.
No, it's just you'll create a distribution list for that. And who wants to contact?
I've already contacted
You
you
already
guys.
contacted,
Yep,
okay.
waiting for a call back.
When did you contact them? Just so I can.
Friday, right after we talked.
Okay. That was July
31st.
31st, okay. Oh, going back, who wants to write that policy for calendar sharing?
I will.
Okay.
Policy resolution, do you think it's better to be a policy or? No?
Do we?
Yeah, I don't think it
Okay.
needs to be a formal resolution. I
Okay.
think we can just say this is
Yeah.
the Hill County Commissioner Office
Okay.
policy. I don't know if you guys have official policy. I know my office has official policies that are in addition to the county policies.
Yeah, I do too.
So I don't know if you guys already have something like that up here. Maybe
Not that
you
I'm aware of, but I'll look.
I don't think so.
But this could be the start of that.
Yes.
Where you're now starting to say
Well,
these are.
yes, yeah, because it helps. You have your county policies and I have my office rules, kinda. So Britt and I created that 2 or 3 years ago.
So, this might, I mean,
Do you have a highlighter?
Here, I think I didn't touch the inside, after, I didn't touch anything.
No, I probably haven't brought them in yet,
Oh, that's okay. No worries.
because I thought there was one here.
and I guess this could, kind of, I guess, to take on that, if there are other policies you want to address about how you want this office to run
Yeah,
and those expectations,
Yep.
this would give us that basis for saying
I have one.
right.
Do you have one?
all 3 commissioners have to work in this office.
Thank you. Yes.
Because
Yes.
then, yes,
If that's what you want. I'm not saying you have to do that, I'm just saying
I would prefer
these
that.
are, think of those things that historically that have now been difficult to
Right,
say, well, there's no county policy for that. Now you can say, well,
there is now.
we now have office policies that say
And then,
you'll share calendars, you will do,
and I think that's,
these are the things that you have to do to be like, this is the expectations of the Hill County Commission that are separate and distinct from, these are the general Hill County policies.
yeah, so I think that's a smart idea because whoever's doing most of the work needs to be able to have a space to do that work.
And I think this is just,
A time.
it will be helpful to have those. I mean, that's why offices happen.
Yeah.
And it might, you know, you can get into, I mean, this is where if you guys want to start getting into that division of labor of things. So,
Right,
which you can break it up by district. For example, like this district handles these negotiations so that when the person running for that district, when they ask like, well, what does this commission district actually do? It's like, well, commissioner for, you know, district number 2 handles the road department, and handles that union negotiation contract. District 3 handles the sheriff's union. District 1 handles the, you know, this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to get that specific, but know that those are the kinds of things that you can do if you think kind of creating that guiding hand might be helpful in some ways. You don't have to make everything a policy, but it can make transitions into offices easier when you at least have more knowledge about, like, these are the things that I need to be responsible for. You know, is it district, if, for example, is it District 3, right? Is that the South District?
Yeah,
The one that
3.
Commissioner Williams?
No, 2.
2.
or 2.
Because that's where the dams are. So does District 2 need to take over the dams? Because that's essentially in their district. And it's like,
True.
this is the work for,
And coming in as a brand new county commissioner is going to be overwhelming for anybody. So I think having a layout of some
Yeah,
sort
duties and,
of some sort of duties might
Yeah.
help you.
but just things to think about. Not something that has to be done today or decided today, but things for you guys to think about as you move forward. It might be helpful.
yep.
I can just see Jake salivating at turning over the damn key to this.
That darn dam has been the bane of my existence.
But it,
Mm-hmm.
again, it could make, I can see how it could really make
Correct.
a lot of
Just
sense.
a guidebook.
It does, yep,
A guidebook for the new commissioners, yes.
yep.
Because it doesn't, nobody can train you for this job.
No.
It's like, I second that.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
at least,
lot.
again, at least if you, and then you guys know, and you have, and it's not that you can't ever, obviously, Commissioner Sturcell has a conflict with the road,
Yes.
but you, I know that sounded, I don't mean it like conflict.
No,
with the
no,
road.
no,
You have
but-
a conflict of interest
Yeah.
handling the union contract for the road.
Mhm.
So then it's, okay, well,
Yes.
I can't handle the road. Hey, Commissioner for whatever other district, I'll take sheriff's office, you can, and can you take the road? So that
Mhm.
you can build those in so that if conflicts exist, you can,
Yep,
you know, keep the work divvied up instead of one person being like, I have to do all of the union negotiations. Unless
Right.
that's how you guys want it set up. Maybe you do want it set up that way.
I don't
know.
I learned in the past that former Commissioner Carricker used to be the de facto union representative because he dealt with unions in the past. But when Commissioner Carricker left, then it got divvied out to the different commissioners, and each one took a union negotiation. But,
And
so I've heard it's been done both ways in Hill County, but no, this is our blank canvas where we can set that now. So I think that's a
And I
good
think you
idea.
guys need to be very open with every single commissioner of what's
Yep.
going on in you, instead of it being hidden until it's time to sign.
Yep, yep, that's proven to be effective.
Because, I mean, that stuff's not public until it's ready, but like, all the commissioners should be involved in what might be coming to the table for expenses.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so agendas. We're still good with the clerk and recorder handling that, the notice requirements, that it needs to be an email to the clerk and recorder instead of a random note on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
that we just need to really have that written,
Cause during elections time, it's gonna get chaos, and the only time I'll have time to check my emails is probably about after 5.
Understandable.
so just kind of highlighting that one to make sure we really abide by that. I know it's really easy to just want to walk in, talk to somebody and be like, hey, can you do this?
Right.
But we just need that record for her sake, so she can be like, you guys didn't tell me, or you told me and I missed it, or whatever the thing is.
Yep.
Posting of recorded videos, I don't know that you guys really care about that. She's been doing that.
Yep.
We don't, June 2nd, we don't need, do you want to block off November? Oh, it's not.
It's a federal
I
holiday.
was gonna say, it's a holiday this time, so we don't have to worry about blocking off that date.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a federal
I'm
holiday.
assuming you know that, new Commissioner Atchison, that on even your elections, it's a holiday, so we actually get that off.
Perfect. I had a question on the day after Thanksgiving, and
You're more than
Still
welcome
open.
to come in,
Yes.
you just cannot interfere with the election process, which
Yes.
means we'll be
Yes.
busy.
Yes.
We already had some.
I just hope it's not a hand count.
Why'd you put that bad juju in there?
Or smarter place.
Are there any other days that need to be blocked off that, where you know that either you're gonna be out of office?
I'm
or
out of
still-
office the 14th, 21st, and the 28th, because I have to be in Rocky Boy to register people.
Okay.
So I don't know if we can just avoid meetings that day.
Yeah.
That's up to you guys. And then this isn't preventable. I'm out the 20th through the 30th. So
And
we'll
with-
be back till December 1st, but I'm out of state.
And
So-
with the, with that, once we get that shared calendar for all of us, I think that'll make things a lot
Yes.
easier.
Yeah, so,
And your deputies should be able to handle
yeah,
some basic
a
meetings.
deputy, so this one, yes, they'll be able to handle stuff. I take a deputy with me, so I only have one out in office these days, because I don't go out to Rocky Boy by myself, because usually, it depends on the, last, in 24, I had 400 or 500 people.
Oh, wow.
So it was aligned and 90% of the reservation is in our county. So we were registering people, and so Shoto County was handing out forms as we were trying to do the computer work and issue ballots.
Okay.
So the 14th, 21st, and the 28th is days that we're out there.
Okay.
So just limit meetings on those,
Yeah,
because one of them will be and I always forget which one, will be your elected official meeting, monthly meeting.
yeah. So, which is fine. I just know those days will probably be a little bit harder for my only deputy to step in, and
Sure.
unless I have somebody else.
Well, that's gonna be an ongoing thing anyway, whether
Yeah.
it's us sitting here or somebody else, so.
Right. So, no, November 4th, November 3rd is a federal holiday, so, and then I'm out of state for 10 days, so
Okay.
my deputies will handle everything else.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the minutes, do we still need to have this once a week per meeting? Is that, or have you guys been doing that? Do you want to do that?
I've just dropped off all of May is right there.
Okay, I will get through those and, look through
The
them.
ones that Sherry was acting chair, I didn't change
Okay,
to her name, so I don't know what we wanna do to that, because I don't see them coming in to be signed when she was acting chair.
Well, we can reach out and make
Okay.
contact with her and see if she will come in and sign them, if she won't.
So whatever days you weren't here, just cross your name out and put,
okay,
so I can fix that.
yeah,
I think it would just be, we'd probably have to have you guys vote on them saying if this is what happened, and then sign it, not as the chairman, but just,
as a quorum of commissioners.
yeah.
Okay. Cause there's still minutes I can find here from Mark Peterson.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need that once per week
No, we
meeting?
No.
we weren't doing that. I was putting them on the working session for a week at a time, and then I got behind, so those minutes were the last thing on my mind.
So can we go back to having them on the working session?
I can try.
I know, it's always a try, but
There's a whole month of them on the working session today,
Okay,
so
The meeting bugs, so are you guys okay with the way that's been working, where she can send you the meeting reminder and then create the Teams, or do you only want the meeting reminder once the Teams meeting has been created?
I do like the calendar bug, and Britt, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's been really effective, especially if you have one of us sitting in on interviews or something like that, creating that calendar bug and then the meeting thing, that's been really efficient.
So I just say meeting with clerk and recorder, and then I add you guys as attendees and I send it.
Yeah,
So that fine?
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's worked well.
Do you guys want me to send you an updated calendars after our working sessions? Just to the commissioners, so you guys know what's on the agenda for Thursday?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
So if we do have to do our due diligence in between our working session and what we gotta vote on, at least it's right there in front of us. We can go do our due diligence so we can make an effective decision.
Yes.
Okay, what was that, sorry?
I'm gonna send the calendars that are for the commissioners, like Thursday's business meeting. We usually add a bunch of stuff and I don't send up an outdated one to the commissioners. I just post it updated, so I'm gonna send them the updated one. And
Okay.
only to the county commissioners. So everybody else can go find it on the website.
And when can they expect that? So is it just gonna be after the working session, or is it gonna be not until Tuesday at 2?
Probably Tuesday morning. Cause then, just in case if stuff comes up.
Okay.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, should I do it Tuesday after 2 since that's that cut off of that 48 hours?
Do you guys know how much time you want? So do you want it to be Tuesday morning, or do you want it to be Tuesday at 2?
Let's go Tuesday at 2, that way it just butts up that against that deadline, and that'll give us the 48 hours to do our due diligence to make an effective decision on Thursday.
Okay. So we'll make sure that, I'll get that changed so it just says Tuesday at 2, and that gives everybody a nice deadline of like,
Yeah,
you come to her, if you email her at 2:01 on Tuesday, you know it's not gonna make it.
yep.
Okay. All right, contracts, board appointments, lease expirations, obviously, so the Beaver Creek irrigation contracts, that was something that Commissioner Williams was handling and kind of being a point on it.
We talked on Friday about contracts that Commissioner Williams is the client as. CVSM Food. That was signed on Thursday. She signed in the wrong couple of spots, so we're gonna put it on Thursday's agenda and have it re-signed.
Okay. Has
There's
it been sent to them yet?
no, I've
Okay.
not, no, there's arrows everywhere. So, but she was signing as the client, so I know we talked about that. So, didn't know if that was like one of those cases, but then I looked at it and then there's arrows everywhere and
It's really who the contact is, like, that's just, we wanna make sure that,
it was her.
yeah, and
So-
that's where if we can get, hopefully, before Thursday, we can get that commissioners at hillcountymt.gov email created, cause then that can be the contact email.
Yep.
Obviously, we all have the same physical address, so that makes it easy.
Okay.
And then just making sure it says like Hill County Commissioners at the top, like as to who we want it addressed to. That should be enough of a contact. You don't have to have a specific person's name typically. They just need to know, like, if you're terminating the contract, who they actually need to send it to. And again, it doesn't have to be a specific person. It can be, but it can also just be send it to a commissioner.
Perfect. Yeah, that was I was going through that stuff this weekend.
Okay.
And I looked at it, I was like, oh, should have thought about that one.
So the water contracts, which is assuming how I have these irrigation contracts listed, was what we met about last week, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So, I will still stick by my getting them to you, like we talked about, by August 28th.
Sure.
Yep. Because then that gives me 2 months to mail them out by the
Yeah.
November 2nd, or I'll probably try to get them out the 30th, just because I run into like
as I say, can we get them on the, because I want you guys to review the general language. So if you want to put it either on your September 8th working session and just get it on that calendar now, or the September 14th working session, I would encourage you to do that.
All right, let's go with the 14th.
The 14th, water contracts. Okay.
Yep.
I'll write myself a note, or I'll go and create that calendar today.
Actually, let me just check something really quick.
We need to meet about the COA budget.
Yep.
Okay.
On the 14th, you guys are moving it to 10, right? That'll be
Yeah.
the first day of our 10 a.m. working session. Okay. I was just gonna say, I'm looking at my calendar and I already know I'm gonna be in court, at least in the afternoon, but I should be able to be there in the morning. So I can be there to discuss it with you guys. Okay.
And then probably need to do an adjustment or to make sure the commissioner budget is correct. Because you have a commissioner who had years of service. So we need to probably update your guys' commissioner budget as well.
Yeah.
And,
You might want to wait until you know who you're.
but they'd start at step 1, grade 1, so,
Would they?
or grade 3, step 1. Unless they, I don't see that going over well with like the auditor's office, just because they haven't sat in that. Once you move departments, that's when you start over.
I'm just.
Yeah,
So
so
I just don't want you guys to do extra work.
they've said end of August, beginning of September, they'll have the names to us. So either way, by then the budget's gonna be put in, so should we? And we may have to do an adjustment anyways,
I would say it's probably better to keep it larger, just
Okay.
in case.
but the COA budget needs to be discussed.
Yeah, that's different. I would say that's different, but I think for ease of everybody, including you, I would leave it where it is right
Okay.
now. So board appointment letters. I know we talked, so let's talk about the board appointment letters. Do we have any of those outstanding right now? Or do we just have a bunch of open positions?
I think we just have a bunch of open possessions, don't we, Lexi?
I don't know, because every time I looked for board appointment stuff, it's all separated by person, so I haven't had time to go through those files.
Okay.
So I think we need to figure out a different way to do it, maybe even making a spreadsheet of all the boards and when their term is up.
Well, I
because-
know Tiffany was working on that before she left, but,
So wasn't able to find it yet, so.
okay.
But that, you guys are okay with being taken over by, again, the clerk and recorder's office,
Yes.
whoever it is, okay.
It'll probably go to Riley soon.
Because I know Mount Royal needs to be updated, and then I had questions from the museum board on how
Yeah.
they had been sent their letters.
Yeah, see,
Yep. Okay.
So that'll go to clerk and recorder to be handled. Obviously the land leases, we talked about that last week as well.
Mhm.
I don't remember the date we set on that. I remember the water contract. I remember it being in, I think it was September or something.
end of September, I think it was, because of the leases, but.
Because they're all spread out kind of at different weird times, so.
And so we were trying to figure out when we were wanting to handle those ones, because if we wanted to like make it,
Yeah.
but everybody's on the same rotation, I don't remember what we talked about.
Yeah, contracts to commission in November. Contractors need to be paid by April 1st.
I know I have notes down in my
Yeah.
office, but
Yep.
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah, August 28th, attorney will submit the contracts.
Those are water.
That's water.
31st.
Did you, the land leases?
The land ones?
Yeah,
Land
that
lease-
was at the end of the conversation.
End of September, the attorney will provide leases to the commission.
Okay,
Did I say a specific date?
No,
I did not.
Did
write
you
down
not write down? Okay.
I'm guessing it was probably,
Like September 25th is probably
Yes.
what I'm guessing, so I had a month to
Yes.
correct. So we'll stick, so I will get those land leases to you.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and set a review of land leases? I will say, based on the discussion that was had, these are going to be more, they're going to be a greater change potentially than the water contracts. So do you guys want more time to review them, or, so if I get them to you, let's just go with the worst case scenario, September 30th. I'm hoping, I think I wrote down the 25th, but if for some reason I don't get done until the 30th, would putting it on your working session for the 5th be enough time, or do you want to?
the October 5th?
Yeah, or is it the October 12th? Is that a holiday though? Is that what's in green?
I think so. No, that's not why it's in green.
Okay. I just don't know how long you would want to review those, or if you guys, no, it is a holiday.
It is a holiday?
Yeah. So, how much time do you want to be able to go through that document? Again, I'm going to be basing it on the conversation we had last week, which did include a lot of changes. Now, they're not changes that necessarily have to be done, so this is really a document that you guys would be able to edit. So it's not just like, here, you should do this. It's really going to be one of those things where you guys can be like, no, we don't want this language. Yes, we do want this.
Or add this.
Yeah, because it is going to be, what I'm going to present to you, I can tell you now, is going to be remarkably different than how they currently look.
Okay.
And if you want to
Fair.
stick with the way they currently look, we can. Just tell me now so I don't waste my time.
Okay,
It's for you because I've not seen these contracts yet.
Yeah,
I don't think, we're not reinventing the wheel here. I think what's in there is pretty sufficient, and people do understand that unless,
the things we're running into is the termination. So the changes that I would suggest making were pretty straightforward. We don't actually have like termination clauses in there, and really any contractor going to want to have that language of like, this is when you, like, this is how you can terminate.
Oh,
Or
okay.
these are, and not just us, I also mean the person who's
sure,
Has the
has that.
make it a two-way street,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's like, hey, if you give us 30 days notice, we understand that you might not want to lease this land anymore. So
Sure.
you just have to give us that 30 days written notice, and here's who you give the notice to. So
Okay.
some of the changes, just, a lot of it is things like that, just to clean up the process. A lot of what we talked about too was the payment, like, who are you actually making this payment to? So that we can track it, because that has been kind of the problem.
Yeah,
Is if they just go to the treasurer to pay, but then they never inform
yeah.
here, when it was the executive administrative assistant, if they weren't informed, like, hey, I just went and paid the treasurer,
Then we're sending late fee bills.
then yeah, things
Yeah.
can get kind of muddled.
Right.
So some of it can be as easy as just cleaning those things up, or if you want to go through and do like really long leases, we can do that too. It doesn't sound like you guys are in favor of that.
No, not
Because
really.
they need to be updated periodically.
Yeah, and if it gets too lengthy or whatever, it really locks it in where, yeah,
Okay, so I will keep it shorter, then I won't be as, like, here's the 8-page contract that I think we need to start going. We can do that. If you want to, that is something we definitely can do.
right.
If you don't want to, we don't. So then you probably could do it on the 5th if I give it to you on the 25th.
Yeah,
But I was concerned, I was like, if I'm giving you a very lengthy new land lease,
right.
for you guys to have time to go through it and come up with
And
questions.
those are gonna be uniform for every person we issue a land lease to, right? Besides like names, amounts, and addresses, legal descriptions.
No, because there's 2 different types of leases, and I think that's,
Okay.
so there'll be at least 2, because there's one for grazing and one for farming.
Yes.
Is that's my understanding, is that there were 2, those are the 2 types of land leases we do. Do we do any other?
Not that I'm aware of, no, not unless, I mean,
How, the Torgeson's farming, the equipment one, Tillman's,
out there at Tillman.
they pay us, but I've never seen a lease.
I
They-
have,
Oh, I've seen that one.
yeah,
Okay.
I have.
So is that one that may need to be revised?
That one I wanna say that one was a little more comprehensive.
It is, because they got buildings and
Moving,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
So that one I'm not as worried about.
okay. Cause that was the one I don't know if that one needed to be revised or anything, cause,
I don't think so. I think that one's okay for now.
Okay.
Cause I just know that I've looked at it
you guys
before.
were gonna change them to standard documents so they
Yeah.
can get recorded.
Yep.
Yes. So I will get those to you guys. We'll kind of have that idea of maybe this try for October 5th if you want to start that working session.
Yep.
Calendar. Alexis, that would be
Land
great.
leases. Okay.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nobody has a problem with me moving into here.
No, that's
We-
one thing that
We
I,
need a point of contact.
well,
for the
and
public.
as of right now, you're our acting executive administrative assistant. Therefore, I will be writing a policy stating commissioners will sit in here. That will be the executive administrative assistant's office.
Or the clerk of board, because if we never hire, your clerk and recorder will be the clerk of your board.
Correct.
By law.
Yeah, by law. So,
We don't
that
need-
will always remain that office.
Okay. Perfect, so I will start that process so we can get into a smoothly operating.
Yep,
And it cuts out the having to come out here and hoping that,
correct.
Another policy you guys just might want to consider, things kind of to think through. And I know we have a general accounting policy about personal items
Mhm.
in offices, but essentially, what is the limit to that? You guys might want to think about that.
Okay,
Because you guys do have a shared workspace. And so
Yeah, so.
thinking about,
For stuff like
do you
that.
guys care
Yeah.
about
Bill
me
and his
bringing
radio.
all my Harry
Yes.
Potter stuff over?
yeah.
Well, then it becomes a question of what the value is.
If someone were to take it out of my office, I'm not gonna cry, I swear.
no, I'm just
But
talking
that
about
needs to be discussed though.
Yeah.
like
Yes.
things that, you know,
Yeah,
that take up space that
Correct.
is really a shared space.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
understandable. You guys share a desk,
Yes.
so, you know, I know we all love our little trinkets and tchotchkes and things. But what is there a limit to that? Does there need to be a
Right.
limit? I don't know. But again, the rest of the office, like, are you okay with somebody coming in and saying, well, I want this picture up, I want that picture up? If you are, that's fine, again, but just things to think about. What does that shared office space look like? Who gets to
Correct.
control it?
Yeah,
yes.
Does everybody, does nobody? That's the problem with being a three-headed beast. It's not just
Yeah.
like, there's not just one of you, and so that makes things more difficult.
Yes.
So that's why I'm just suggesting if you can kind of lay out those, like, these are the
Sure.
expectations, these are the things as to how we want things in the office to be treated. Because we do want you guys to be able to, I think, you want your people to be able to express their personalities and the things that are important to them, but at the same point, understand it's a shared space with two
Yeah.
other people, so we can't all have, you know, our 48 by 30
The moose head?
picture. Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? Like if you
We
wanted.
can have. I can find one.
Oh, I'm sure.
I know that a couple elk heads that I can bring in.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you put an elk head in here, and it'd be
Yes.
like, okay.
Right.
It's a stand. It is a stand with
Yeah.
elk head on it. It
Uh,
is beautiful.
Yeah,
But-
I'll bring one in, cause I don't, I'll bring one.
So that's what I mean. Like things
Yeah.
like that, where you're like,
I'm still trying to find the rest of your ducks, so.
Oh, yes.
um,
Turn the lights off, they glow in the dark.
I never even thought about that.
You got 35 more, so
We're still missing 35?
I think that's what that number is.
I'll bring my black light in. Get this nipped in the bud, but no, you have an excellent point.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a game because Mark
Yes.
Peterson used to take the rubber ducks off our desks that we had. So I purchased 200 ducks about this big and hid them
So
everywhere.
that's what I was first told when I came in here, that
Yeah.
we're on the
We're still missing,
hunt for ducks.
we're still missing the ducks.
Okay. No, but that's.
any other. And again, the policies, they don't have to be, you don't have to do it now, that's just something
Right.
for you guys to think about as you move forward. Any other things that aren't clear, you guys have questions about, that you think can help this transition be smoother? Things you've noticed. I mean, Commissioner Atchison, you're probably in one of the best places because you're brand new to this, so you might actually see those breakdowns that we're also used to and have accommodated for. Is there anything like that you're noticing?
And that's my very first question was the claims.
Yep.
At the end of the month, all of a sudden I get called in here and I was supposed to be gone the day before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
so, but no, those can be worked through in that.
yeah, that's a good point. You have the freshest eyes out of all of us. I mean,
We've all kind of just dealt with the way it was running for the last
Yes.
5
And
years.
I was thinking you can change things, like that's the great thing, but it needs everybody to be on the same page if you're gonna change it, otherwise it doesn't work.
And the only thing that I had to add was like, and again, we're starting towards that, is basically a welcome book for the commissioner, basically. This is your responsibilities, this is what you can access, this is what you're supposed to be working on.
Isn't there something through Mako that?
Yeah, I gave it to him, but again, it's really general.
And
yeah, there really wasn't a lot in there.
so
It's a good,
this guy right
yeah, it's just that.
So, yes.
There, like Mako, so you want to be a commissioner, here's a very
Yes.
general outline, but that doesn't get into the,
Yeah.
hey, it's the last day of the
Yes.
month, you have to come in to
Right.
sign these things.
Correct.
Hey, this is negotiations or things that you're gonna have to do, like all of the weird. So yes, it would be helpful if we had something that was a little more.
At least he has that.
Because,
Correct.
like when I came in, it was just baptism by fire. You just, oh, here, this is yours
Ready?
now.
Set, go.
Yeah.
It was exactly like that.
So it'd be nice to, be able to, instead of just throwing the fire hose at the new ones, being able to transition smoothly.
I got enough gray hairs. Thank you.
So, talking with Britt, I think I'm gonna hire a part-time clerk
And it has a posting here.
instead of
Yes.
the full-time executive administrative assistant position. Reasonings behind that is I got one, to cut a little bit of cost, and I have a full-time clerk posted, and I'll have the money for a part-time clerk because I have a full administrative executive assistant in my budget. So just to cut the cost, and talking to other counties same size as us, they don't have it. The clerk will probably the part-time clerk will be my backup.
Okay.
And then
In regards to me.
your full-time that was posted, is that supposed to be for mail room?
Yeah,
What-
it's a part-time clerk, part-time male.
Okay.
So that's the one we did a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but that's why the part-time clerk is going to, just mainly to assist out where there needs to be some stuff done, so. If you guys don't care. The part-time clerk's already there,
Well, and he just resigned, right?
yes,
So that's why you need to fill it again.
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
so.
All right. I know you're busy and I know.
No, that's okay. I just have another meeting at 10:30, so we still
Okay.
have,
Anything else with the greater good of the order?
I think, yeah, I was just saying that, there was something I said I want to revisit it at the end.
Sure.
What was that, do you
The
remember?
COA center.
Senior
budget.
center.
I just wanted to let you know, I did, and I emailed you guys this, I just want to make sure it was clear that I did reach out to the state.
Yep.
Well, not the state, the area
Mhm.
director on Friday to make sure, that whole, like, that was being taken care of. She indicated that she's more than willing to work with us as best she can, that she could potentially come out the week of August 10th to train somebody on capstone if we needed that.
We're gonna need that.
So, but she has other things keeping her busy this week.
Understandable.
So, and she just kind of depends on timing wise.
Okay.
But
Well-
just know that Lindsay was, she's willing to work with us to try it. She said, Bonita.
Yeah.
If she's still around. I don't know. I don't know a lot about the senior center, but she said, based on what she had seen, Bonita knew what she was doing
She was
with the
great.
capstone tracking, so
Yeah.
that would be the good resource.
And I spoke with her briefly. She does have some medical issues coming up, so she doesn't think she can go forth. But she said she'd be more than willing to help as she can.
Okay.
For a smoother transition, so.
So I just thought that was great that we actually had at least one person here
Yeah.
locally who could be that resource of like, are we doing this right? So that was good news. I think that's all we really talked about. She said that obviously with the commodities going to HRDC, that's not a
Yep,
worry anymore.
that was actually a blessing in disguise, so.
And then since nobody has been trained on ship, then that's not an issue either. So it's really just that capstone.
Yeah, the capstone, because that's where we get a lot of the funding, so.
So is there times that you guys are going to be, I can handle everything, but I can't run a meeting, so.
Yep.
I could, but it's just sit there.
Anytime, like, I'll pick up that torch again. I have institutional knowledge of that senior center. I'll pick up that torch.
Okay, so.
But anytime that I'm away, I will make sure to put it on the shared calendar.
Okay, just because like if we have meetings and you have to leave or.
No, I'm a commissioner first, so
Okay.
I will be here at those meetings.
Okay, sounds good. I just wanna make sure there's not something you need me to block out for you or anything like that, so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So council on aging budget, that was rather.
So it was proposed during that meeting to move the money from the trust. So I was curious on how I would do that process.
Yeah.
I was advised by Nancy Everson from Mako Finance Director to not do that, but to advise our county attorney. And when Lacey and I spoke.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
Okay.
I know there's a resolution
From 88.
that Bill sent me and we were talking about, because it does need to be updated.
Uh-huh.
But again, this was when all of the financial stuff was going on and I wasn't sure what you guys wanted to do. That money, the way I read that resolution is that money was not meant for operations. It was meant for those one-time, it's meant to fix the HVAC system. It's meant to
Those bigger projects.
to do projects there. It's meant for the lights. It's meant for those kind of things, those one-offs. It's not meant to be a fund
That
that,
gets us through the year.
yeah.
Okay, yep. I
So
understand.
it's not, in my reading of it, it's not meant to be an operations fund. It's meant to be a project fund, for lack of a better description, a project
Yeah.
fund.
So your budget that's sitting at like $500,000 is not there's no way that you have $500,000 in there. Because it's operating off of mills and then whatever the state is coming from then,
Okay.
without that trust money. And I don't know. That's all I know. Is that I asked Nancy if there needs to be a resolution to move it, and she told me the accountant in me says no.
Okay.
But advised your county attorney, and then when I talked to Lacey, what she told you guys is what she told me. So.
And basing that on what I've heard, obviously what that resolution says, but then what the seniors, as they've come to meetings and talked to you guys about
Yep.
the senior center and what they want to see, my impression is that they want to see that be a project fund, not an operations fund.
Correct.
And you guys have interacted with them more and
Yep.
can tell me I'm wrong and that they
Nope.
really do want it to be more of an operations fund.
Nope, that's the
And-
same.
And
But
yeah, that's another reason that job posting was taken down.
Yeah, and I did get a hold of the Haver Job Service, and they are taking that down there as well.
I just don't see how we could have let everybody go back in February and now start posting jobs again.
I agree.
So, and nothing's really changed. It sounds like maybe our.
But hey, if people want to volunteer, this is my theory. They know it's a need.
Yeah.
If people would like to volunteer for that,
Yeah.
to be a driver or to be, what was the other thing, the other piece of it?
Janitor,
Like,
transportation, something.
you know, that's how senior centers are run, is
Yeah.
by volunteers. And so really it's putting that out there saying, hey, who's willing to volunteer for this position?
That's the way we've ran it out west for
Yeah.
50 years, so.
So,
Yeah.
that would be my plea is like, hey, we have a need, we know there's a need, it's a really specific need. It's not just like, hey, come volunteer at the senior center, we know what that specific need is.
Right.
The skill that we need.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
so if
just-
anybody's willing to do it, that's,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
so, that was a problem on Friday, a little bit, so,
Well, then the deal. it's off the board.
You guys feel good about everything right now? At least-
Cautiously optimistic, man.
Okay.
Meeting adjourned.
Yep, meeting adjourned. We can get that, signed up for you, Britt.
You just have to go.
And I will